the market is wrong. Yes, it is. You're my friend, though. I'm going to tell you that the market is wrong, and we're going to explore some Cycle 1 narrative stuff as well to kind of show you the truth about these things. But what does the market wrong about? Ethereum. The market is wrong about Ethereum. That is the title of this video, friends, and I stand by that. It is actually wrong, okay? And I'm just going to explain to you why. This price of Ethereum is so low. So that's what I showed you was the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio. Okay, Ethereum Bitcoin ratio. Now it is going up over time if you start from the bottom left, right? But the price retracement it's come down to, why I believe it is like too cheap, is because this price round trips 8 years of gains. Okay, so this is the actual chart here. So basically Ethereum has come back to a price it was first seen March 2016. It has round tripped 3,227 days, which is, I can't believe it. Okay, that is wild. So that is the market saying, it's literally by this price, it's saying, Ethereum, you are a vulture on the crypto industry. You have added nothing. You shouldn't have even existed after March 2016. You've literally added no value. I think that's BS. I know that's BS. I know that is very violent of a claim for the market to do that. But hey, the market can remain irrational longer than you and I can remain solvent. That is why you don't just go out and throw out this leverage stuff. You have to appreciate markets for their chaos and uncertainty sometimes. And you do know that these periods of underpricing are eventually met with a beach ball coming out of the water and giving you the friendship maybe back to 0.06 here. So also curious, friends, if Bitcoin goes to like 140,000 in the next 3 to 5 months, where would an ETH BTC ratio of 0.06, where would it give Ethereum's price? So you do 6% of 140,000 and you get $8,400. So that might be where Ethereum pops up to. I hope so in that first alt season wave. I hope so. Okay, it's not a guarantee because you just don't know with these things. But I've noticed all over the crypto industry, people have been talking about Ethereum. It should be down there. It's not product market fit, triple point assets. Everyone's laughing, ha 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 ha. Like all they're doing is you're literally basically you're just telling me how much of a cuck you are. You are literally what you're doing is your wife's boyfriend has taken her out. She's come back smelling like bleach. It ain't bleach. He's taken her out. Okay, she's now dropped at home, and you have now gone to Reddit to write an essay about why it's good that he did that, why it's justified, and why you're now going to act like nothing happened. Okay, it's literally self-cuckery. So all these people out here, they refuse to see the other side. They're not contrarian, but that's why they're the market mid-curvers. That's why I don't believe a lot of what these people say, friends. A lot of these people, I believe a lot of the opinions you and I see, their edge is actually gone or disappearing, and they know it. They don't actually outperform holding whatsoever, which is, friends, I guarantee you they don't outperform holding. I mean, I already showed you in earlier news as well. A lot of these funds, they don't outperform even just holding Bitcoin. They don't. Okay, only 4 funds out of like thousands have outperformed the S&P 500, which is 23%. Okay, so a lot of them are full of poop. So it is true, right? All these KOLs who are talking about ETH, they don't know that we're gonna party one day. But we're waiting for the 4-year cycle to continue. So 90% of them, obviously we know they're full of poop. We know the price is cheap. They're just laughing, price is cheap, price is cheap. But they're the same people, when the prices are up too high, they never say it's too high. They say, no, this is great. There's innovation here. Everyone loves it. Adoption. I see the future. They have no concept of these buy low, sell high things, which we know is the ultimate mantra of markets and winning. Now, I want to give you a fantastic post that I've done. This is very high value content, friends. So if you've been watching my channel for years, okay, I've given you the framework. Okay, I've literally given you highest value content. Okay, literally high value, high alpha. I've shown you how I separate crypto altcoins. Okay, and what people do is they try to analyze the tech, which is complete, doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. Okay, one framework I use to help is to analyze coins by their age, and then the coin age, and then the narrative age. That's what I do. So obviously, the winning unicorns of every cycle, the highest returning coins are cycle 1 narratives and a cycle 1 coin. You basically hit the home run. You hit the home run. It's cycle 1 coin. The coin's new and it's in a sector that has product market fit for that cycle for the first time. That is the bee's knees. You win. Okay. It's tough though. So I'm going to show you the reality of this. A lot of people will say, well, let's look at PulseChain, for example. Because it's an EVM copy, it's alternative Ethereum. That was a narrative that appeared last cycle for crypto. Okay. Last cycle. So alternative Ethereum became big here. This is Binance. Also here as well, like Binance, FTM, Solana, just alternative Ethereum. Now that was 2021. Now we're in cycle 2 of that. You get it? And what about DEXs, DEXs? So Unisoi was made in 2020. It got popular. It was actually made before that. It got popular here. So it had its first cycle here. Okay. So anything that appears now is cycle number 2. So the narrative is older as well. Same as incentive token and Hex as well. Same thing. But these coins are new. A lot of these coins are new. But that doesn't mean that they necessarily go down. What I'm just telling you is if you go out there and try to buy every alternative layer 1 chain, you will get cycle 2 returns. You're not going to get as good as you did cycle 1. Okay. So cycle 1, these things went big. I think from in this year equivalent, so Ethereum did, I think 8x. So they did about a 12. They did about a 12, which is huge, man. That's pretty big. 12. Okay. That's big on average 12, or even higher, man. That might even do like, I think they maybe did like 20, 16. Yeah. Maybe 16 to 20x. Pretty big, man. Pretty big. But you're not going to get that cycle 1 stuff anymore. You're going to get lower return. How much lower? We don't know, but the average will be lower, which means you have to put in more work. You have to put in more work. You have to figure out yourself, okay, which one has a community? Which one is actually like maybe undervalued? And that's why I just show you Cardano's 33 billion market cap. PulseChain is beating it on volume. PulseChain, friends, let's even see what it did today. PulseChain's chain, I know it's a very, very low weekend, did 11 million volume. What did Cardano do? 4 million, you see? So PulseChain's volume, it's literally top 7, top 8. This thing is only 0.8 billion market cap. Less than 1 billion. It's beating stuff with 30 billion in size. How does that happen? Right? How does that happen? It's because there is a community and the community is the asset. And what's funny is if you look at chains ranked under PulseChain, they have higher absolute values. Avalanche, 77 million. Arbitrum, why do you have 270 million? It's because Dex Screener have found more sophisticated ways to filter out the junk of what people are actually doing on the chain. That is what's happening out here. So they're seeing through this fluff part. You see how there's a community there? So now you have information asymmetry. You do. We do have information asymmetry. Asymmetry, which means there's a gap of information that we know. We're like, hey, we know this. We know there's a community. We know there's like, we're putting banners out. We know the corrupt Interpol FUD is just FUD. We know we got Spoonie out here. We know all these things. Just a matter of time before Ethereum reprices and the Ethereum price stops being wrong, if you know what I mean, to give us better days. So it's not so easy though to just get a cycle 1 narrative. It's very, like the only one we might remotely have is when we think about PDI. I'll show you. And everyone in PDI is, of course, begging for a peggin. Begging for a peggin to $1. There you go. You got the logo. So that's just one example. Okay. It's not a guarantee, though. I just want to show you how risky they are. So we've seen previous cycle 1 narratives appear. Unfortunately, they just didn't have the legs to continue. But I can assure you, I've made videos, friends. I've got still documented. Check my videos, check my tweets. When these things were firing off, the mainstream influencers had the whole top 10 sector of these coins to get in now and make guaranteed money. Top 10 coins to do 10x, 20x from now. It was very unfortunate. None of them worked out. Number 1, social finance. FriendTech, friends. I'm still part of the FriendTech. I still use it. I still like the community in there. You don't have to touch it or doing anything, okay? But just like, we basically, it looks like a slow freaking rug. I haven't heard of any updates from them. I think the founder, that's the problem. The founder cashed out like $14 million. He basically won the lottery. It was just terrible. But it was social finance. And I really thought this might have been a bull market narrative, man. Because social finance, it lets anyone outside crypto sell their time. And that's what I let you do. You make a channel and people buy access to your time and they can trade it. But the KOL has to or whoever it is out there, it was a rapper, music, art person, sport person. It was just very, very open-ended. But it's an early concept. But just guess it just sucked, man. Yeah. But it was such a good potential. Such a good potential. Social finance. Basically, that's what it is. Okay, selling access to who wants to talk to me. Okay, and you let the free market would basically dictate the price. That's what it is. So people want to get in. So then people were trying different stuff, right? Do that. It would be interesting, if Instagram and Facebook ever did something like this. That's the future of crypto, by the way. If anyone can have a wallet somewhere, that means you can accept money for yourself for anything. So how much is your time worth? How much would people pay for you in your field to talk to you about stuff, just to join your group? That is something interesting to think about. Unfortunately, down 99% for FriendTech. I'm sure the other ones, there are other ones as well made, also poop as well. But yeah, man, it took over. It's such a good idea tech. So that's not actually meme coins. Meme coins come out again. That was 2023 stuff. Meme coins come out where it's like, hey, you know what? Let's just fully forget this tech completely. Let's just let's just do memes. That's just how the market went. Another one was Gamble Finance, friends. Gambling finance, casino stuff. They print money. So they print money as in the casino still prints money, RLB casino. I think there was some controversy. They were paying Gainsey. Gainsey was like posting these screenshots of like $1 million profits and gambling stuff. And everyone's like, bro, we know obviously like how you're gambling online and winning 500. We know there's some really, really egregious lying and stuff going out here. I don't know what the full story of all was here, but it's just very suspicious. Now RLB is still down 80% after 1.5 years. Friends, this thing literally prints money. They print lots of money. Lots of gamblers online losing, and they're trying to buy and burn the token. But the insiders just cash out millions of dollars. It's not like anything nefarious or anything. It's just Gamble Finance. I remember Miles and Crypto Banter, they have all these videos about Gamble Finance. It's totally done now. They did at the very, very top, by the way. What about ERC-404? So, we have GOFURS out here in PulseChain, okay? But ERC-44 is the liquid JPEGs. Do you remember that? I forgot. I think it was like Pandora or something. They faded off as well. So I just gave you 3 narratives that were new, and they were in 2023. 3 narratives, cycle 1 narratives, they did not have the legs to continue. They might come back, who knows? But they just didn't have the legs to continue at the time. It is what it is. So buying into cycle 1 narratives, it seems like, oh, it's easy. I'm just going to get into the new narratives. These 3 never came back. Look at your risk. So, as you get to see, right, it's the perfect event. Highest value content in crypto. I'm literally presenting this here for you. Okay. Now, by the way, why didn't you hear about this from mainstream KOLs, baby dolls? Why don't all those 100,000 plus sub channels, why aren't they telling you and me about this? It's because, number 1, they're either not as good as me. That's one option. But number 2, they're financially incentivized not to tell you. That's the real reason why. Okay. I don't think I'm special. I'm wearing a Pikachu fluffy hat. So let's talk about those financial incentives. You might say, Sommi, why shouldn't they tell us about these new narratives? No, they shouldn't if they want to make more money. Why? If they keep telling you about the new narratives that didn't work, they smarten up their audience. They start getting the audience to ask some questions. Like, hey, bro, you've listed over like 50 coins. They all went to 0. And you never told us these things weren't going to work out. You were really convicted. How do we even trust you from now on? How do we know your next narrative of AI agents is reliable, which is what they're all doing right now? Go to any YouTube channel. Oh, AI agents that are going to change. Wow, check out AI agents. Hey, what happened to ERC-404? Gone. What happened to gambling finance? Gone. What happened to social finance? Gone. What happened to them? By the way, there are others as well. Gone. Okay, all faded off. How do we know this one's going to stay around? So you see, the money they make, they are not in a business of abundance mindset, educating, sending high value out there. They are not in that business of sending high value content, okay? They're in the business of grabbing as many low tier, high impulsive audience members who are searching top 100x, yes, tell me coin to buy. And they respond to them. They're like, yeah, I'll usher you in. You want that? That's what they're in the business of doing. And that's okay, man. Everyone's got their own hustle. Cool. Everyone's got their own hustle. It's unique and different. You are now wiser. You understand that. Now you can help your friends and family. So I'm here sharing that for you. That's why when I watch them, it is purely entertainment and I'm grabbing information. I'm seeing stuff differently to everybody else. Everyone's watching the channel going like, oh, I've got to buy this top 10 AI agent coins. And I'm watching it. I'm like, you know what? You've got AI agents. This guy's got AI agents. And I've noticed all of you guys have mentioned like these two coins together. And one of you, and then I'll notice that. I'm not going to call anyone out because this story changes it like upgrades and evolves every week. I'll notice I'm watching like three guys, and one of them will admit they're sponsored. Just one. So I'll know the other two. I'm like, oh, you dirty little dogs. All of you guys got paid for these coins, right? For at least one of them. Okay. You guys got paid. One of them says a sponsor. And friends, it's okay to get paid for stuff. It is okay. We know that. The problem though is you're watching people who change their opinion every 14 days for the past year and a half. That's the problem. The problem is, look, man, okay, if you get paid, you get tokens for stuff. That's completely fine. The problem is you've got a new set every 2 weeks. And then it's a new narrative. And then when you ask about, hey, what happened to the other one? They're like, oh, the dev was bad. It didn't work out. We had a disagreement with the dev. It just didn't work out. The dev has been gone. Every time. They're literally constantly gyrating. So you got to remember, friends, the only difference between, I guess, like if you look at it, okay, the only difference between, say, a full-on scammer and a full-on legit, it's literally just how long they're willing to commit. That's it. I'm not joking. That's all it comes down to. It's time. How much time, because time is scarce, yeah, the scarcest resource. How much time are they willing to give into it? So if we're constantly talking about new narratives and stuff out here, like how much do you really believe? And that what they'll do is they will posture to me and you. They'll go, this thing is here for the whole bull market. And then the wave goes down. And then what they'll say is, oh, but Bitcoin went down. And then the stock market went down. And that changed the whole narrative. And now retailers are spooked. So now the narrative just doesn't work. We have to move on to something else. Why don't you tell the audience that? Why don't you tell the audience what your experiences for the past 1.5 years has been? Because they're shooting themselves in the foot. Financially, they're not aligned to do that. That's why I have this peepo spinning around in the clown world, okay? So as you get to see, friends, Cycle 1 coins are the holy grail. In 2021, Cycle 1 coins, Cycle 1 narratives, gaming, metaverse, NFTs, alt layer 1s, you know, Phantom. I made 108x on like Phantom, 108x on Solana. I forgot how much I made on Phantom. Maybe it was like 40x, whatever. But you get the point. Cycle 1 narratives. DeFi with Cycle 1 narratives. Big. Now they're Cycle 2. Yeah, they are a holy grail, but they're really risky. So what's your alternative? Well, Cycle 2 narratives, you get lower return, but there's higher odds that you're going to get the payout. So you basically, maybe you're flipping a coin with Cycle 2 narratives, but you're playing roulette and you're betting on numbers with like the Cycle 1 narratives. It's a bigger payout, but you're betting on numbers. It's basically, yeah, that's another way to put it. It doesn't mean like definitely look at one or the other. It's a different game, okay? If you're in a Cycle 2 narrative coin such as DeFi or Alt Layer 1 or gaming metaverse, you get growth that might be considered dampened, but you get high odds of success. You see? So maybe there's like a 80% chance you'll get your payout, but your payout is like 8x from today. Yeah? 80% chance of an 8x payout. Maybe I'm just guessing, okay? And then maybe if you go to Cycle 1 narratives, if something appears, maybe there's a 30% chance, right, if you can get in fast, but it won't be 8x payout. It'll be like 60x. You see? That's why it's lucrative if you can get in here. By the way, Cycle 1 narratives is actually, the odds aren't really that bad. It's slightly less odds. That's why there is edge in there, but you need edge. You need edge. And if you miss it, it's too hard. Like you can't get an AI agents now. You have to see the vision a month or 2 or 3 ago and have the coins, okay? So Cycle 2 narratives, they sacrificed some upside for a better win rate of returning. It's all along a risk curve. So it's peppier clock. We're looking at it here. So as you get to see, friends, I mean, like even an example, right? Like I mentioned it before, PDI could be a cycle 1 narrative, the world's first speculative stablecoin. It starts near zero, goes to $1 price. These are risky, high upside and big downside if wrong. So bigger than cycle 2 stuff that have been around. Now, you know, we'll talk on the topic before of Ethereum. What is Ethereum, friends? Well, Ethereum is smart contract layer 1 platform. Ethereum's first cycle was absolutely huge. Did 4,500x on US dollar price. This is huge as well. Second cycle was this. You get that? What's the third cycle going to be? I don't know. Maybe third cycle is only going to be like, maybe going to be like that. Okay, maybe this should just be that. Maybe that's going to be its wedge and it comes back down here. Maybe it comes back down to the wedge in the next bear market. Everyone thinks it's poop and then it actually just starts doing okay, 2028. Maybe it goes closer towards the flippening. You see that I was just slowing down over time, but obviously when was the best time to get Ethereum? Cycle 1. It's just that you've never seen anything like it before, so it's so hard to grasp and value. Now, friends, you're smarter, friendlier, wiser. Don't forget who loves you. Okay, that's what I always joke, friends. I'm here giving you this content. Okay, I don't know if there's going to be a payout at the end. Honestly, I don't really care. Abundance mindset. It doesn't bother me at all. If you use this to crush it, if you use this to make a lot, to smack it up, 2017 is a big year. You can tip me 1 Ethereum at the end. If you want. I don't even demand the payment. If you forget about it, sweet, it's okay. It doesn't really matter. I'm just showing you this stuff is worth money. That's why I'm telling you that. Okay, this stuff is worth a lot. Literally a lot. Because what I'm saying, I'm not going to name the name. What I'm saying the marketplace pay for in terms of junk content, actually pay for it. What I'm seeing them pay for it, I'm like, man, I must be Jesus Christ himself to you then. I can't believe you guys are spending thousands of dollars on these others. I'm in shock. It is what it is. I know people are paying more for confidence than they are for actual alpha. I know that. But hey, that's the game. They'll learn the hard way, but you won't. You're going to learn the easy way. Like, subscribe, belly button and all. Catch you in the next one.